Welcome back to Ride JBI. This is JB. Today we finished a suspension revalve and custom build on this 2023 Yamaha YZ450F suspension. The forks were revalved to our JBI suspension motocross spec. The focus of our revalve is improving the initial bump comfort of these KYB forks while maintaining their very strong hold up and bottoming resistance that the stock forks have. This improved bump comfort and sensitivity really improves the traction of the front wheel and tires out riders less. The upper tubes have the JBI Fukushima coat. The lower tubes are the JBI Chameleon coat. Here we have the JBI titanium bolts. These are the rainbow color. We have these ranging in lengths of 25 millimeter all the way up to 50 millimeter. These are the M8s by 1.25 thread pitch. The KYB Shock was also revalved to a matching JBI suspension motocross spec with a very similar approach as well, meaning really improved the comfort or feel of the shock while maintaining its strong hold up and bottoming resistance that the stock setting has. The shock body was Cerakoted. Along with the preload rings. The bladder cap was changed out for JBI Pro bladder cap. The stock bladder cap utilizes a rubber plug that you must pierce in order to inflate or deflate the gas out of the shock. While those do work, they're not always 100% reliable. So we like to change those out and go back to the more common and traditional Schrader valve design for a shock bladder or bladder cap. These are much more reliable, easier to check, and easier to fill. For 2023, Yamaha has a brand new motorcycle for the Yamaha YZ450 platform. The reviews have been very positive from everybody. The suspension as well. For comparison, the internal settings of this suspension, the stock ones compared to the 2022 model, these are quite a bit firmer in the forks. Understandably, they don't feel that way. A lot of that has to do with Yamaha's new frame design on their new bike, which really shows riders how much an influence frame design, or let's say chassis design, can have over suspension components and how you set them up to account for the different types or feels of frames and motorcycles. It's been really fun watching Yamaha fine-tune their Yamaha YZ450. 2006 is the first year that they came out with this KYB SSS twin chamber suspension. They are now on the second, this would I guess be the third generation of it, with these clicker caps on top. It's been really fun watching them over the, God, what is that, 15 years now nearly? Of them fine-tuning this Yamaha YZF platform and their KYB suspension on it. And also as a tuner, to be working on this bike for so long, and how much our settings have changed in some areas and not changed so much in other areas. Yamaha's always really fun bikes to work on because they really respond well to modifications. You know, you already got a great bike to work with, so we feel it's important here at Ride JBI to acknowledge what great baseline you already have, and really just fine tune what's there. So that way you can turn a already very good performing bike into an even better performing bike. All JBI suspension services and parts can be found at ridejbi.com.